Jerome Powell, the U.S. Fed, he's going to make some announcements tomorrow. Everyone's shaking in their boots, right? Wondering what is it going to be? How do they feel about the economy? Here we go again, Amsterdam Brewhouse, really cool place. We're coming up to the wave deck on the water. Listen, Jackson Hole is happening soon. Jackson Hole kind of strikes fear into everybody. All over the States, the stock markets, even Canada is looking at it. So what is it? Jerome Powell, the U.S. Fed, he's going to make some announcements tomorrow. Everyone's shaking in their boots, right? Wondering what is it going to be? How do they feel about the economy? So, whatever they look at the economy, you got to look at the economy too and make your own decisions. This is where it kind of gets complicated, starts getting political, is because the elections are coming up. So what happens in an election, right? Isn't it pretty cool? I love it. Remember, during a recession, they're going to be selling these things 50% off. Anyway, so I'm saying is it becomes really political because the midterms are coming up. These are big midterms, like they always are, but generally speaking, they become pretty tame during that period. After the midterms pass, then they kind of drop the hammer, right? We got 2 more years to sprint before the next election. So it wouldn't surprise me either way, to be honest with you. I think that they're going to be light right now, make it sound pretty good. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be a 0%? Let me know in the comments below. If you think it's 0.75, that's kind of what I think it would be. This is going to be a 1%. What do you think they're going to say? So that's the meetings that are coming up in Canada September 6th. But remember, that is going to be in response to what already happened in the US. So Jackson Hole is where the new direction is. I think they're going to be saying, everything's pretty good. It's right on course. It's right where we want it to be. What do you think is going to be? So, kind of crazy times, right? So we got to take the opportunity to appreciate things. Remember I showed you this? This grass is the best. It's a type of rubber. So comfy to walk on, man. Feels like you're walking on the best shoes ever. Anyway, so as you keep on going, I want you to, at the end of the year, take a couple things into account. Everyone is sensationalizing things when we come into the news, come into this time of year. At the end of October, the end of August, it is brutally quiet. So in the old days, we used to be able to take off January and February, close down, right? Nothing's going to happen. No one's buying a home, right? But as times have changed, demographics have changed. There's people that don't celebrate Christmas. All different age groups have changed. And so now December, January, busy as heck, crazy. Canada became a tech hub. A lot of people are moving here in the winter all year round. So when is the best time? The quietest time for a realtor? Second half of August to second half of September. Why? Because it's quiet as hell, man. Everyone's a procrastinator. And they keep on pushing their vacation to the second week of August. Check out the Harbourfront Center. This is where they have some bands, but they all get to stand on this really comfy grass. So everyone pushes their vacations the last 2 weeks of September. First 2 weeks of September, everyone is going crazy trying to get their kids back in school, get back in their routine. Everyone's upset. One of those days. And then September, October, November end up being pretty good. There's a lot of activity that happens at that time. But remember, the closer that you get, like the typical time is 60 days notice. So if you bought in November, that means you got to move in 60 days. November, December. So December, January. So if you're going to move in January minus 30, nobody wants to do that, right? Really rough. Nobody wants to do that. So try to not buy at that time is my suggestion. Sorry for all the noise, you guys.
You can do that.
So my suggestion to you is keep your eyes open. The economy is going to be politicized a lot. they're going to be saying things are good, things are bad. I did a YouTube video yesterday where I found it was hilarious because there was this whole list of people believe the economy is going to be bad, and this whole list of people say that the economy is going to be great. Okay, but did you know the list of people who thought that the economy is going to be great were all people wanting to sell you something. Mortgage companies, Zillow, housing companies. I mean, of course they want you to feel like everything's going to be hunky-dory, don't worry, right? But all the research firms that are out there were saying, yeah, trouble. So we just had, you know, the comment section is always a giant dumpster fire, but someone was like, don't worry, houses are only going to drop 7% max. I'm like, your comment must have been months late, because in Toronto things are down 35, 40, 50%. So really depends, right, on the type of home. And this is why everyone just makes overgeneralizations. Depends where you are. Scarborough's not going to be the same as downtown, different than cottage country, different than commercial, different than everything, right? So it's going to play out in different ways. Some things that I saw in the news, which is kind of crazy. Did you see in California, you cannot prosecute somebody for $1,000, $1,000 of theft. So now people are just walking into the local stores and stealing $1,000 worth of stuff with garbage bags full of stuff over their shoulder. So I was like, how would they respond to that? This is how they respond. So crazy. So everything in the store is over $1,000 now. So you go to buy toothpaste and it will say $1,001 for toothpaste. But on the box, it says $1,000 coupon. So now if you go in and steal a toothpaste for $1,001, they could charge you for it again. Just bananas. Can you imagine going into a store and seeing everything $1,000 more expensive? The world has gone nuts, man. I don't know. So, listen, guys, the world is going to be bifurcating into two. So what you have to do is what I always say. Live where it's fun, invest where it makes sense. So, you know, Texas has been on fire for years. But last year, 30% of all the homes purchased in Texas were by institutions. And this is going to happen more and more and more. So what are they buying? Why are they there? If they're buying BlackRock $50 billion worth of homes, 50 billion, what are they buying? They're buying entry-level homes. They're doing it for a reason. Don't you think you should be buying some too? They got thousands of employees and economic professors that are working there, and they're figuring it out, and they know they're going to make a lot of money off this. So I'm not saying go buy 1,000, but don't you think you should buy one in an area that they're going to be buying? Because they only buy in jurisdictions that love landlords. This is why I always say, you know, if you want to have a fun place to live with tons to do, you should be calling me, because Toronto is the place to go. If you want to invest, well, you shouldn't necessarily be buying in Toronto unless it's like commercial, specific kinds of commercial. We can help you with that too. But if you want to invest smartly in Canada, you got to go to jurisdictions that love landlords. So we can help you out with that too. But those you're going to have to see is how long does it take to evict somebody. Secondly, is what? How much I can raise rent. Those are the two key things that you're always looking for. So in Canada, you can go anywhere from 1 week it takes to evict somebody, to 2 years. So you make your choice, right? Where do you want to be on that map? Anyway, you guys, please remember to like this, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell. It really helped me out. We just want to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're always really trying. We're always here to help you out. I go live every night, 7 o'clock on YouTube and TikTok. If you have any questions about building wealth, we want you to retire. So typically, you could retire in about 36 months if you want to. We just talked to some guy this week. He could retire within a couple months if he wanted to. So keep on learning. financial education is the key. I have a book that we're writing. We have a course that we're filming. So once that's all done, I'll let you know as well. Wish you guys the very best. We'll maybe talk to you tonight. And I love you. Have a great day.